Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is Doctor Who's Scare Factor, Davros, the infamous creator of the Daleks, and one of the penultimate foes in Doctor Who history, as far as I'm concerned, to ever butt heads with the Doctor. Now, through his many appearances in the classic series, and even the new, I really feel that he is a character caked in intrigue and interest for viewers. He's somebody that really embodies scariness, as far as this guy means business whenever he's on screen. And even if he doesn't ever really succeed necessarily, and the Doctor always beats him, you just know that what's fueling him is unbridled madness. And I think there are many good examples you could look at as far as where he just seemed to be very unnerving. I mean, from his decapitated living head in Revelation of the Daleks with Colin Baker. I forget the name of the story, but there's one where he has to be thawed out as he was cryogenically frozen and imprisoned. And there are just many little moments like that. But for me personally, it all goes back to Genesis of the Daleks, his very first appearance, where we see just what, created the Daleks themselves. And the madness embodied in the portrayal of Davros in that story, you can just see he is cold, he's methodical, but he is literally megalomaniacal as well. He tortures the Doctor, Sarah Jane, and Harry. He knows no bounds as far as what he's willing to do to assure that the future generations of Daleks, as he coins the term, are without emotion, without that guiding principle that makes all of humanity, and presumably all alien species in the Doctor Who realm that aren't villains, gives them compassion and gives them forethought and makes them really understand bad from good and all of that. And we see that evidenced in Genesis of the Daleks. I mean, you have a Davros that screams bloody murder, and he murders, in fact, people who he believes to be traitorous to him, the scientists of his very own people, the Khalids. And when faced with a sort of hypothetical question from the Doctor about what he would do if he were able to possess a disease, encapsulated in a capsule that could wipe out an entire world, would he want to obtain that kind of power? And you see that Davros actually mulls it over. And the conclusion that he reaches is one that is quite disturbing. He desperately wishes to be a god among what he sees as mere insects, even of his own people. And so I feel like Genesis, as his first appearance, was his best appearance. And subsequent to that, he's kind of grown a little bit weaker, a little bit more jokey, until we see him go up against David Tennant, where he kind of becomes a little bit more of a legitimate threat, I think, even though he was still beaten. And I would love to hear from you guys what you think of Davros. Is he an all-time Doctor Who foe? And more importantly, would you love to see him crop up again as we reach the 50th anniversary? So that's going to be pretty much it for me on Davros, and I'll catch you later. Peace.